Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Lewis, and this is Metal Lens Reviews. Welcome to my channel. So, if this happens to be your first time here, you're checking it out, like what you see, thank you. Please do me that favor of like, comment, subscribe. As I mentioned before, it really helps me grow the channel, spread it to the masses, and of course motivates me to provide you guys more content to watch. Alright, so what are we doing here? This is actually something right up my alley, to be honest. I'm aware of this band. I listened to a little bit of their music. This song just dropped a couple hours ago, maybe. By the time you guys see this, maybe it'll be like a day or whatever, I don't know. But the band's called SCOUR, and this is a side band project of Phil Anselmo. Now, if that name sounds familiar, especially if you're familiar with metal music in general, there's a band called Pantera, a legacy metal band. Most people know them, and Phil, he's kind of virtuoso, as in different bands, I mean, he's the front man for a lot of side groups. Down, Superjoint Ritual, Phil Anselmo and the Illegals. The guy keeps himself busy. He's, a controversial figure in his own sense, and, but he's been around for such a long time. He's just kind of grandfathered in and definitely carrying that metal torch to a whole new group of fans. I hope anyway. So SCOUR, as far as I could come up with, it's his interpretation of black metal, the more aggressive side. And I like that because Phil, always enjoyed the heavier side of metal music, and that being black metal. And this is going to be interesting. I'm not going to say I know every single detail. I know this is a supergroup, so it's made up. All the musicians here are made up of other bands. With Phil doing the vocals, they're harsh vocals, I hear. If it sounds anything like the previous work, then this should be a treat. It's a short song, but what do I expect? I expect it to be pretty damn heavy, and yeah, I can't wait. And let's get this queued up, and see how this is, alright? Once again, this is SCOUR with Blades. Okay, so this is Phil having fun. So, like I said, a lot of his bands had a groove, a rhythm. Probably a lot of non-metal people it would be a little more, I guess, understanding, I guess, It's really hard trying to sway people that don't listen to metal music today. Like, I would never start with this band. I would introduce them to, like, I don't know, Linkin Park or something, Disturbed, maybe Korn, stuff like that, and then segue, depending on how they feel, the heavier or alternative stuff, But this, I'm really enjoying. This is, I get a kick out of this. Like I said, the older I get, the more diverse in music I listen to. I mean, will always appreciate metal. It kind of kickstarted me into developing myself. Playing instruments, just being involved with music in general. Because I think that's the essence of metal music. You can't have metal music without, being interested in instruments, drums, bass, guitar, the heavier side of vocals, But anyway, that's besides the point. I like this. This definitely has a very, I said very twice, black metal vibe. And by that, black metal bands like, Mayhem and, the like, they just have a very certain tone. They're not as clear. They're very aggressive in your face, and it's basically either going to like them or you're going to hate them. I line somewhere in the middle. I've tried to, over the course of years, listen to more black metal. I don't know why. I just, want to kind of get the feel, and I feel like I missed something. But, I don't know. It's not for everybody. It has its own history and legacy, and that's fine. That's great, and I'm glad it's still kicking, Also a very controversial subgenre of metal, black metal, it's... when you look into it, trust me, it's another rabbit hole for another time, a discussion. But this is kind of Phil's interpretation, at least somewhat. It's not completely, none of these guys are wearing the, corpse paint or whatever you would see in black metal bands. It doesn't matter. Musician-wise, everyone's fine. This is blast beat heaven. It's heavy. It's aggressive. Phil, you would think age would slow someone of this caliber down. It's done the opposite, I think. This, to me, has to be his most aggressive side band. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can attest to that. But anyway, this is awesome. I like it so far. It's in your face. Probably not everyone's cup of tea, but yeah, heavy as shit. All right, let's keep going. This is just brutal stuff, man. The imagery, like I said, it all portrays the darker side of things, pretty much. With metal's diverse within itself, because there's an endless limit of subgenres attached to it. Like I said, this will take a little bit more convincing listening to for some people. And said some people might like it. Not everyone is going to enjoy other bands' side projects. I think the purpose of when a famous musician breaks away from his, the band he starts his career with is just to experiment, do different things. Maybe he gets kind of burnt out writing the same music over and over again. And Phil is a creative machine. And I see this also reflecting his taste too. Like, he loves horror movies, the guy. He runs a haunted house off his property, I think. He's just surrounded himself with that. And you see that a little bit, imagery-wise. A little bit of Down, a little bit of Superjoy Ritual. His other group, the one he named after himself, Phil Anselmo, The Illegals, it was a kind of a mix of everything. Fast, had a kind of a punk attitude to it. But this definitely has to be the aggressive side. And he's been in death metal bands before. Sometimes playing guitar, I guess sometimes lending vocals. But to say, like this you could market. This is the kind of stuff you could, tour with, and obviously the selling point is seeing Phil Anselmo. But I mean, like I said, everyone else here has been in previous bands before, heavy bands, and their talent kind of speaks for itself right there. Everyone's just doing a great job, and Phil's doing an amazing job. Like I said, you would think, someone who is up there and has used his voice constantly, still produced quality stuff like this. That's, yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised, but anyone who had any doubt in Phil's technique or whatever, and, you don't have to like Phil personally for whatever reason, I think the guy's cool. And I'm always impressed with these projects he comes up with. One year he, I think, led his own horror convention or something like that. But yeah, like I said, the guy, he's a creative machine, and you can't get angry over that. Whatever, like I said, not everyone's cup of tea, but some people are going to dig side bands, projects, whatever, and some people are going to be like, okay, when are you going to start with the real deal stuff? When he started touring again with Pantera, that was like the icing on the cake. I got around to see Pantera again. I never thought I would see Pantera live again, Granted, it's, Phil and Rex pretty much are, the OG members. But still, it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. They still bring that energy. But SCOUR here, I would definitely go see them live just for the experience. Not just because Phil's fronting the band, but it's entertaining. It's fun. It's heavy. And it's cool seeing Phil tackle this kind of style. He's talked about it. He's been interested in black metal. I know that in a couple of interviews. And for him to do this, and like I said, this is not cookie cutter black metal. This is black metal with Phil's twist, with his creativeness behind it, and the band kind of being the hammer, you know, pretty much. And he's the guy that wields it. So, yeah. Awesome so far. Let's keep going. Nice. So you had a lot to do with this. It's at the label is Nuclear Blast Records, but Housecore Records is Phil's label, and like Phil had a lot to do with the video too. Because I think so. This video was like cut between like live stuff, so you probably filmed partially live, and I think in the background some of the shots of the band playing were actually I think in his haunted house. So that's cool. I like that. Yeah, I recommend this to anyone who wants to see a heavier side of Phil, because I know Phil's done projects where he's kind of lightened it up a little bit, show his real artistic approach. This is Phil having fun. This is aggressive. If you guys are not curious about black metal but don't want to commit, this is a good segue too, I think. And if you like this and you want to try something more traditional black metal, this is a good jumping off point, I guess. Like I said, I'm sure I'm going to get hammered by black metal aficionados, you know, this isn't black metal. Well, it's Phil's interpretation of that genre of music. Anyway, that was cool. That was 2 minutes worth of just quality musicianship, heaviness, and Phil kicking ass. And knowing the right connection of musicians to churn out good music. So there you go. Phil is like the director, and this is his horror movie. Yeah, SCOUR, Blades, awesome. If they ever go on tour, without a doubt, I'll definitely check them out. I don't need any convincing. I like this, you know. And like I said, this isn't my necessarily, you know, in general, I like all sorts of music, but, you know, like I said, I still appreciate metal music, all kinds, interpretations of metal music, and this is the darker, the heavier side of it, and this is with Phil's twist. And what can I say? I like it. I dig it. What do you guys think? You guys into this stuff? You know, I know there's a lot of people that because I normally don't do metal videos, but this literally just dropped, and I just want to kind of share it with you guys and let you hear my take on it. What did you think? You guys familiar with Pantera at least? Or, Phil Anselmo? Yeah, let me know what's up in the comments below. All right. There you have it. Look, if you made this far in the video, awesome, thank you. Please do me that favor of like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. If you feel like supporting the channel or recommending me a song, something you suggest, by all means, I'll leave a link down below called Buy Me a Coffee. You can do it through that. And other than that, thanks again for watching. I'll see you all very, very soon. Peace.